My name is Coach Abdullah. I'm 44 years old. I'm from the United States. I started being involved in sports at age 5. I played Little League football, and from that point on, I played Little League football pretty much up until I got to high school. I played football and I ran track. And boxing was just like a little side thing because not my parents, mainly my mother was worried about me, so I mainly focused on playing football and running track. Through playing football and running track, I got involved with lifting weights and sprinting, and through God's blessing, I was able to go to different places. I ran track for the famous LA Jets track team. Through LA Jets, I was trained by the famous Bob Kersey. He used to be the head men's track coach at UCLA, and also at different times the head track and field coach for the U.S. Olympic team. By the time I get to about age 16, that's when I kind of really start taking football seriously. That's when I started lifting weights. A lot of the knowledge I learned, my basic knowledge from lifting weights, came from an uncle and his cousin, who are bodybuilders. They really taught me the kind of like the ins and outs of the basics of lifting weights. And I guess right around my sophomore year in high school was kind of like my breakout year for football. We had an all-American running back, and for some reasons he got kicked off the team, and then I got pushed into a starting position my sophomore year, and then the rest is, I guess, history. By the time I was a senior in high school, I was pretty much a star on the team, star in the city, one of the best in the state, and one of the better players, I'd say, in the country. And I earned a scholarship to the University of Idaho. At this particular period in time, being 18, going to college, starting my life as a man, moving away from home, this is when my mind opened, my heart opened, and actually through this process, I actually became Muslim at around age 20, 21, something like that. And it kind of gave me direction and helped me put my life in perspective, knowing my purpose for being on this earth. Performance training is, I can't say it's a concept that I created, but it's a concept that I stuck with. I was a competitive power lifter in high school. I started out lifting weights from a bodybuilder's point of view. I've been a track runner, and I was a football player, and I also did boxing on the side. So basically, as I got older, I saw that I wanted to focus on performance, the psychological aspect and the physical aspect and the nutritional aspect of being an elite athlete or a high performance athlete, a competitive athlete. So I came up with my own training style or training system. Not only as I'm getting older in life, I needed a training style that I could see quick results from, or good results or lasting results, and I needed a training style that I could offer athletes and the common person that would both serve both of their needs. So performance training is basically a combination of everything. It has a little bit of bodybuilding, a little bit of powerlifting. It has a little bit of track running in it. It has a little bit of the mental side, or the mind-muscle connection that's required in a lot of contact sports like boxing, football, and what have you. I can train kids as young as I would say maybe the 8 to 10-year-old range, all the way up to an athlete, and then people who are not athletes but they're athletic, or even a business type of guy. A guy has a business schedule and he can't spend 2 or 3 hours in the gym. He just wants to come in the gym, work hard for 30 or 45 minutes and go back to his business. So basically, in a nutshell, that's the gist of performance training. I think this generation, one thing that they're lacking is the love for the working out. I think this generation's athlete, they want to see the gold medal, but they don't want to see what it takes to get to the gold medal. Or the fighter wants to get his hand raised at the end of the fight, but he doesn't want to do the work that it takes to get your hand raised. So my thing is, I'm trying to get the guy mentally and physically prepared to perform at the elite level. And so in a nutshell, that's performance training. One funny and strange story about my youth was, I remember, it happened several occasions, but this is one particular occasion where I was between 5 and 9 or something like that. And my dad, one of the highlights of any American child is Saturday morning cartoons. But my father, when it would get about 10:30 or 11, he would get me out of the house. And while either, like I said, either kids were watching cartoons, they're out in the street playing, and he would get me out of the house and he would make me shadow box. So here I was, I'm thinking back now, it's kind of a funny story where the kids were playing and watching cartoons and I was outside, shadow boxing. But I thank God for that moment, because it taught me that even though you're young, you can be disciplined and you can learn something that can stay with you for the rest of your life. And cartoons are going to stay with you for the rest of your life, per se.